Hits and Crits. This video is brought to you by Asmodee and Fantasy Welt.
What's up, Hits and Crits family? Welcome to this second stats update. It took a while, but as you can imagine, we had quite a lift doing the transition, the onboarding, establish all the tools we now use, what we will cover in the video today. And now we feel it's a good timing because we have something incredible to share. We have some good news for you, and we just want to give you the most current status, or where stats is right now. And Larks is with me again. Thanks for having you.
Hi.
Before we start in, Daniel, as you might remember, that was quite like the day with all the patch came out early, and then it was this patch with free attachment points, and we were all looking at this because we had it slightly beforehand, and we were like, oh man, what will happen when stats has to transition at the same time? And we couldn't tell Rossi, we couldn't tell we couldn't tell anyone, but that was quite funny, right?
Yeah, definitely, and it's so good now that I think we are at a completely different point now. It's it feels like a safe environment now. Everything is running, and all the worries that we had are a thing of the past now. Actually, I mean, there's still a lot to do. We will share with you.
Yeah, that was right. So, saying that, the onboarding, Daniel. Can you give us the current the status how the onboarding went?
I can give you a quick recap. It's actually not more than this. First of all, the transition was successful, so that is something which now seems like a long time ago, but that was the first major challenge. Rossi had to really get himself familiar with the code and all that, and we had to develop the processes behind it, and so on and so on. And we are happy to say that now stats should work kind of flawlessly, and everything you could do before you can still do. And hopefully something will improve, and already has improved a little bit, even though there were, we have also to say this, definitely some early hiccups and glitches, definitely, but I think we managed to cover them. That was a major effort. But also we learned a lot about the functionality, the architecture of the site, the functionality of all that, and how to work together as a team in for stat support, but also with you as the community. Speaking of stat support, we are so happy that we could gather a support staff, a team of dedicated players, lovers of the game and site, who work relentlessly on offering you as good as it gets support, so that you and your topics and themes and things you want to share or report are recorded, tracked, and eventually solved. And we had to come up with some new processes for these, and we will cover them on the next slide in detail. To tell you how it works. Maybe you already made your experiences with it, but if not, we will lead you through. With that, we now should be prepared for upcoming patches and future development. Just to give you a little insight in what this is all about, there were, for example, some things that caused trouble in the beginning, like the ID system, all the assets that you see, the cards, the pictures, and so on, they are individually assets with IDs, and there were different ID systems in place. There was another ID system that Carlo used, different from the system that War Council uses, and so on and so on. And we worked on streamlining them so that we should be better prepared for a smooth and flawless transition when the next patch hits.
Yeah, exactly. So speaking about the IDs work, or still are, quite a thing that still causes here and there in some lists, I have to say, in some particular lists, some hiccups, and that comes from because we basically took all the original IDs of these cards of each and every unit has a certain ID, and this ID was different in Carlo's backend. But we changed that. So now when a new patch hits and the ID stays the same, we do not have to like recalibrate the whole thing over and over again. We will just, update and it should be there. So again, like this is way more streamlined. And talking about the support team, this is like half. So like about 4 people are from the Hits and Crits team, like each and every day supporting. We also are very thankful that we could win. You mentioned lovers of the game and
name them out. Call them.
Passionate community members. I'm very thankful that we have Mickey Mazareth in the stat support team. We also have Leon in there. We have Persil Spardose, Lucas who joined the team. So we have quite some people working. Also give us an outside view and like they are so deep in the game and in the platform and use it so often that they can give us valuable feedback as well. So thanks for showing all this contribution, and we're happy to have you. Yeah. So so that was the onboarding. So and then we felt quite okay, but that wasn't shouldn't stop us, right? So Stats is still a community asset, and before we jump into stuff like the features and the funding and everything. Maybe Daniel can give us the most important main theme, what we have in mind with Rossi together, what stats should stay and become.
Yeah, I think that the principle of our work is that we want to keep stats because that's what we really believe in, that stats is a community asset and we want to keep it like this. So that means that we don't run it as a business, nor do we conceive it as a product, right? It's something we use, and it should help and enable the game and the players and the communities that fuel the game. And this is very important to us. So this means and has to translate into into the idea of stewardship, being the stewards of stats, and work as we try and as we do our best also with this video to be transparent and to collaborate on every possible opportunity in this context. This is the one side, and the other side is also something that you maybe can outline now, because being a community asset, it still involves effort and also costs, and we have a certain view on this point too.
Yeah, in the beginning we were quite frequently asked about how funding goes, where the money goes, why we need a certain number of Patreons or a certain number. Why was it like a Kickstart campaign? So we want to line this out today along with all the other features. So that being said, platform stays free. There's no plan to keep anything behind a paywall. There's no plan to keep anything for ourselves or in any way make it commercially. So the whole thing should belong to the community. There is the plan that we dip into additional features, but I would say nice to have features, not like essential stuff, which will only be available for Patrons. But you will see that later. But all the core functionalities, everything you need to run games, use TTS, run tournaments, play the game, and just build your lists and everything will stay free and is for the community, for you.
Just to make sure, Chris, that's only additional features that don't exist now, right?
Yeah, it's only additional stuff which we will implement in the course in the future. But again, it's like more. It goes into the direction of cosmetics, additional features which are probably also in the platform, which you could look up, but it takes quite a while. We make that available for patrons. The data is there, but sometimes but you will see later. So again, that's very important. Patreon and Ko-fi options are voluntary support. This is all voluntary. You do not need to do this. I mean, we're highly appreciating this, and we need this to develop and like put stats out there in all glory as you know it, or make it better in the future. What I also want to say, each and every euro, dollar, each and every coin you give for stats goes 100% of this goes into stats. So there's no share or anything. Hits and Crits does not get anything of this support. None of that. 0, 0, 0. Because we had some questions in the beginning of this, we are really the stewards of this site and won't see this as a commercial asset. All right, so that's that. So let's jump into the features. So what did we do? What did happen? We optimized all cards' file sizes to speed up the site. That sounds easy, but it wasn't. So each and every graphical asset you see was reduced by about 70 to 80% of file size was reduced to speed up the site and make it less resourceful for your devices at home. That was one big thing we did in the beginning. We improved the homepage banner promotion. So the whole promotion on the site when you want to have your tournament on the front page is now streamlined. We have, if you want your banner, you can check out stats info on our Discord. You can find each and every information to have your tournament banner on the homepage, and we can also help you to get this live as soon as possible if you would like that. Also, there are some little things we did on the homepage, so you find a quick and easy link to open a ticket if you find any issues or bugs. We also made it pretty easy for you to become a Patreon, obviously, so we do not want to build any walls to support the site. It should be obvious to you to how to report a bug and how to support the site if you want to support this community project. Exactly. So while having, we had 31 open tickets by the beginning of July, and are now down to 14 since yesterday. And we are now looking at 178 resolved tickets and feature requests. That's a pretty big number, considering that we have like these 8 people supporting each and every like small things, bigger things, and only have actually, or Rossi as about the only developer now fixing these things. So we are working nights and nights to get all these tickets resolved as quick as fast as quick as possible.
And also maybe as you see, we have a serious IT support process in place, and we can do some sort of reporting now. And you can also, if you jump onto the Discord, see like a list of the tickets that are at date, worked on and stuff. So it's we tried our best to really structure this support topic and give you also, if we don't are here and talking to you, the opportunity to update yourself on those things.
Yeah, good point. Good point, Daniel. When you open a ticket on the Discord, there is a button saying "Open a ticket," and before that, we have a link which is accessible to each and everyone, where you can look at all the feature requests and tickets we still have open and have on the roadmap. So you can all the time just check it out and see it for yourself, what is already a known issue or a known feature request which we are working against already. Okay, so that's on the features that are already implemented. So let's now come to the support piece to double down on that. So again, it is really easy for you to report a bug, to report a ticket, and we do this. We strive to resolve everything as soon as possible. Sometimes it takes a while because we have to like really dive deep and like dive deep into the structure of the site, and we are not that familiar with the site at that point in time. But we will fix each and every ticket. The new support structure, again, has a concrete ticket system. So when you open a ticket, you and the full stats staff will see your ticket and will start working on it. We also implemented other channels on the Discord. So there is stats info, where you find all the news and updates we shared today. So what we share today will always also be in this news and updates channel in written form in case you do not see this video. We have the stats homepage as a channel where you find all the banner guidelines, the info how to promote the banners, the tickets, as we explained. We also have the stats feedback channel where it's a free, like a safe space, free space where everyone can join and just put in everything. I want this. I always wished for that. Why isn't that working? Each and every feedback you have is valuable to us. So please continue to share this. And also, but we will dive deep into this later as well, is a supporter only channel. So a channel where only Patreons and Ko-fi backers are in, and they receive, let's say, things early and all that kind of stuff, but we check that later. So that is the support, accessible through the Discord and the stats homepage. Okay, so now from support we go to funding. So Daniel, tell us how we started this. What was the idea behind the Kickstart campaign and so forth?
Yeah, I think like right from the beginning we made pretty clear that we see that we need to use every opportunity we have, and that we cannot put all eggs in one basket, but we have to have like several pillars for our funding. And so we decided on the one hand we had the initial cash in from Rossi, right? That he kickstarted the whole thing with his personal money, and then we launched a campaign, one campaign for one-time payments, and we promoted the monthly ongoing regular support via Ko-fi and Patreons. And we can want to give you an update on that and give you the numbers so that you see what we achieved together as a community and what we still have to achieve in the future to get running. And first of all, we can say that Rossi's Kickstart plus the campaign provides us with a reliable foundation for the future, right? And we made pretty clear that we want to give a solid foundation for this project, and the security for you as players, as TOs, that you can work with stats in the future. And the campaign in total delivered like a little bit more than $3,000, I think was the currency.
It's dollars, yeah.
Yeah, in one-time donations, and that's incredible. So please, really, really big thank you to each and everyone who supported with whatever amount. And we are really, really grateful that we as a community achieved this together. Nevertheless, that is not the amount we hope for, we aim for with our campaign goal. It's still a heck of a lot of money. I mean, it's really crazy when you think about it, but it's not. We didn't hit the target. What's pretty cool though, when we consider the long-time supporters, regular supporters, that we were able to surpass the numbers that Carlo had on his Discord or on Patreon. We do now have like more than 50 regular supporters who give a certain amount every month, with around $350, $370 per month.
Yeah.
This in total helps cover the monthly fees, but it's not covering everything. And we give you on the slide a little overview of things that have to be covered, because I think from the outside it's not always clear what really the money is needed for in particular. So maybe, Chris, you can guide the people through the different aspects that money goes into.
Yeah, sure. So as you can read it here, there's obviously let's say the money that is used to maintain the front end. So the server needs to run, the hosting, the fees for the domain, certificates, the data storage is also an asset which needs to be paid. The processing, graphics also, bug fixes, licenses needs to be paid. And obviously the contractual part with Carlo, the third-party service or the third-party data and ELO system, the back end, so to say, and his back end work is also part of this So because we had in the beginning some questions, what is that money used for exactly? And this is what the money is for in total. All of these cover the full amount of monthly fees we have to pay to the to partners, stakeholders, and services, product fees. Yeah, that's about it. So talking about funding, the support tiers, how can you support stats? So we basically took over roughly the contributions that were available during the stats Patreon from Carlo, and we took this over to the new Patreonship. So now you find 6 tiers. One is the top one is basically you can do $6 for hits and crits, or you can do $6 for stats, and it will just go to this certain party. But you can also become Guardian of the Realm, which supports both. So if you do $10, it supports both 50-50. So, right? The other tier will be the hits and crits Lord. These are the really into it guys. So also we have the hits and crits Lord, which supports hits and crits on a monthly basis for 13. Also stats Maester goes into stats. But the combined one, which we all like the most, obviously, is the Protector of the Realm. So the Protector of the Realm pays $20 a month and receives basically everything we have. And what is it? What we have to offer? Let's show you the exclusives. What is your benefit as a patron for hits and crits / stats? So the exclusives. Let's start with the Scholar and the Guardian of the Realm. So you receive access to the private Discord channel. Also, there will be surveys and future developments in this channel. So we will engage with you first before anyone else. Then you receive the exclusive supporters badge, which you see on the top right corner. So we already implemented that. So if you are a patron and you do not see this badge, please reach out to us. But actually, each and every one should see this on your profile page next to your name. So that's the exclusive stats supporters badge. And it also gives you access to the Vault feature, which I will show you in a second. Daniel, anything to add on the exclusives for the Scholar or the Guardian?
No, it's all, but it's just maybe important to know that we engage with the whole of the community, and that's what we want to do. But there is still this like inner circle of supporters who like has the benefit to see things early, engage early, where we also show like initial, more, not that final thoughts to get some early feedback.
Yeah. All right, so let's show you the Vault feature. So the Vault feature, as in the beginning explained, is a feature which is only available to patrons. But it's not something in terms of data exclusive. It's more a feature of it makes it easier for you to find certain lists, right? The lists are all available on the site, but it makes you easier for patrons to access them. So I will show you this right now. So this is the Vault feature. So if you become a patron, on the top you see ranks, stats, events, champions, Vault, build, and profile. And Vault is only visible for patrons. So to begin this search, or you can basically ask queries to stats, and you start this by looking for a certain faction. So in the light of that Daniel is with us, we go to the Free Folk, and Free Folk will load up, and then we can start to query something. So what do you want to see, Daniel? Which commander do you want to see?
Show me the list, please, so that you can choose from the commander list. But I think I would like to see Weeper lists. Weeper lists are
Weeper, cool. Okay, so let's go for Weeper. Weeper, Horrific Butcher. So this is that. So now you can go deeper. You can say it needs to contain a certain unit or a certain NCU, for example, right? Right. So let's just assume you want to play with Egrid, right? Because you like Egrid, she's always worth it, and she's Kissed by Fire also. So you put that in.
Show me Styre. Egrid. Everyone has Egrid. Show me Styre.
Okay.
Are there any?
Styre.
Are there any Styre?
Yeah, they are. So this is basically the Weeper with the Styre NCU. And now you also see a number down there. So like the top left one is 16679. This is the elo of the player that saved this list. So he created this list and saved it. Okay.
And now I can simply click on it and see like the list and
yes,
get my ideas from it, right?
You click on it and this is the list. And then you can check out the list where he put Styre in. With the Weeper commander.
Think about why he did it.
That's a different topic, but it's possible to do so. So this is what we wanted to share with you. So you can ask each and every query you want to. You can go Craster, you can go point limit, you can go contains a certain unit, has a total activation count of whatever, and so forth and so forth. So this is
the more constraints, the less lists, obviously, it will
obviously. So this is the Vault feature, which is right away available as soon as we become Patreon, as soon as you get your badge, as soon as we implement you have access to the Vault. This is the first feature we implemented for the Patrons. So
that's a very cool tool, right? It's a very cool tool to dig deep into the archive of stats that also represents, right? Pretty awesome.
Yeah, and also this is the let me a little bit spoiler that this is something we really want to like go deeper into, making the data of stats more available to you in terms of not only because of one feature, but also in terms of graphical exploration. So to make it more easy to access and visually appealing to you. This is the direction we want to go. But it will take some more time, but this is the first feature we implement. Okay, so that's the Vault and the Supporters Badge. So now we go to the Stats Maester and the Protector of the Realm. So all the benefits we just showed are also, for obviously, for them, but also these individuals, awesome individuals, receive the Crit Crate. So what is the Crit Crate? The Crit Crate is this. So the Crit Crate is a box, a mystery box, which is filled by or with, some miniatures. It could be basing materials, dice. It could be whatever. It could be really whatever. We send out a box, a Crit Crate box, to each and every supporter of these tiers once a year. So with 1 year continuous support, each year you get a Crit Crate box to your doorstep. You do not need to do anything. We will just put the box together and send it to you. In addition to these features. That's that. Then I have it here. I can show you. So this is what it looks like in reality. Always also good to see, right? It comes with this box. You can like open it with that, and then you have the.
Don't show this. The inside.
Well, it's the same. It's the same, so I can show. So basically, this is what you receive each and every year. You are a patron for hits and crits and stats, or stats only, whatever you choose. If you are in a higher tier, you receive that once a year. And with that, we are at the end of our stats update. And I think the last thing we need to talk to is I hope you got a good feeling about the funding, of our goals, of the idea what we want to do. And we really want to encourage you to support stats, support hits and crits in making this a valuable, or keeping this the most influential and most important tool in the game today. So please consider to become a Patreon and support us. Not only financially, but also reach out to us, give us feedback, report all your tickets. That's the most important thing I want to say at the end of this video. Daniel, to you, what is your last words from you?
No, I can really underline it, and maybe I just share a story of something that some TOs did in the past, which we consider to be really cool and an awesome thing to do. Because they use stats as a tool for their tournament organization, and it makes life easier for them. And if you are to yourself, stats is not perfect, but without stats, the life would be way more difficult. I think we can agree on that. And what they did is they collected a certain amount on the entry fee from the tournament, like $1, €1, whatever, added this on top and collected it. And after the event, donated this as a one-time donation to stats to support stats and us as the stewards in our effort to keep the site running. And just as an idea, something we wanted to share and to call out in a positive way, that this is pretty cool to see what people come up with their own ideas to support this.
Absolutely. I also, when I heard that this is regularly happening, because I saw the one-time donations coming in, but I was always wondering, why is this the same person? Why is the same person donating? And it's really great. And one of them I really want to call out, two people here. It's June from the Posers in Bonn. Or near Bonn, who do that. So they collect a certain amount, and they are really pushing to find more supporters for stats. Also, Jan from Hamburg Freibeuter, they're also collecting a certain fee, which is not great. I mean, we were talking maybe $10, and you take 11, right? And this $1 per player goes to stats. So this is really for the. It's a stats dollar, exactly. So that for that individual player, it's not much, right? But it really helps to keep stats where it is and to develop it and make it even better in the future. So yeah, thanks for sharing that. Is there anything more to say? No, I guess not, right? I mean, okay, nothing more to say until we meet again, guys. We see you on stats. Take care. Bye-bye.
Come for the hits and stay for the crits.